topic that we are discussing today is time management and then task management, right? So why they are important? Uh, See, if you people want to intend to grow in your careers, in your life, then you have to take control of your time. You have to decide on your priorities and growth. So, what is time? Time is measured or a measurable period during which an action, process, or condition exists or continues. So, we can define time in multiple ways, but for the sake of our topic, we will define it in this manner. And why time management is important for us? So, in a way, we say that time is one of the most valuable resource. Every one of us has got 24 hours in a day, and if we are able to manage our time, we can achieve more. And apart from achieving more, we will be able to reduce our stress, right? We will be able to get more success in our whatever we are trying to achieve, right? Also, people who are able to manage their more time, they manage their time well. They are perceived positively by people around them. Generally, they will be able to complete their tasks on time, or they will be able to meet their timelines, and that is a very good trait in the professional world. And because they are trusted more, they will be promoted as well. So, what is time management? So, in a way, what we say is that we don't manage our time; we actually create time. Okay, so when we are able to plan our day in a way that we actually allocate the right time to right activities, uh, and we first prioritize our activities and then give them adequate time. That is what results in that you are more productive. So if you are able to complete your crucial tasks first, the things that matter the most, then only you will be able to get time for other things. Very commonly, what happens is that it's other way around, where we spend a lot of time on things which are not important. Uh, Practically, there are things which are time wasters, like watching mobile or TV, etc. But even apart from that, we also indulge in spending our time in activities which don't really are that important or critical. So, which means that you are left with less time for critical activities or important activities, and that is where your entire cycle breaks, your performance breaks, your productivity breaks, and you don't are not able to achieve the results. Okay. So basically, apart from managing the time and priority, you have to also manage few other things, right? Your energy, your attention, your habits. So in a way, all these things go hand in hand when you are managing time. So if I am a habitual person where I take a lot of time in waking up and a lot of time in getting ready, so obviously would have wasted 3-4 hours of my day in non-productive stuff. So I have to change that habit. Similarly, if you are feeling low on energy, right? So recent studies are these, where we say that during the entire day, our energy uh, uh, kind of rises and then drops, and then the cycle continues, right? So what they say is that you should identify the time in the day where your energy is at peak. Uh, and when you identify those times, then that is the time which you will give for your most critical stuff, right? So all those things is there. So, but managing time requires you to manage all these things. So, few myths and truths. Time management is a common sense. No, it is not. Time management is where we focus ourselves to increase our productivity. Some people might say that I work under pressure, but the fact is that there is a positive pressure also and negative pressure also, right? Positive pressure is where you are stretching yourself to achieve more, right? Negative pressure is where you are under a lot of stress. So I gave you an example. So when we are, if I have to catch a flight and I am running late, that will give me a lot of stress. Okay. One more thing people say is that I'm always busy, there is not enough time, etc., etc. So those things are incorrect. if you balance your day well, then you will get time to do important things. And also one more important thing is that if you are able to manage your time well, it means that you are able to schedule your day better. You are able to run your day as per a timetable. That will also give you more confidence and self-esteem. Say, for example, I decide that after 1 hour I will go for a walk, and I do go for a walk for half hour and come back. It's a very simple example, but what it means is that I am able to keep my promises to myself, and it's a very big thing. So if you will notice yourself, whenever you fail to keep promises that you make yourself, it is where you lose your self-esteem or self-worth, right? But if you're able to manage time well, then it is possible. One more thing that we may feel, or people may say, that time management takes the fun out of life. So idea is that uh, I have to rise at the right time, I have to sleep at the right time, maybe I have to skip going out with friends, etc., etc. Those things are true, and you have to be aware of your capabilities and your motivation. But one thing is certain: these things also are our time wasters. If we are indulging in non-productive habits, if we are indulging in too much of time wasters, then it will be difficult for you to reach your goals. Okay, so uh, for this point, I can say that you have to create a balance. But if your goal and your career and your life is a priority for you, you need to reduce on your time wasting things or bad habits, etc., etc. Even if that means that you become a boring person, then it's other thing. So in a nutshell, what are the benefits of time management? Improved quality of work, ability to achieve goals, enhanced self-discipline, positive reputation, a greater sense of achievement, increased productivity, decreased stress, more energy, free time for family time, improved focus and concentration, improved career advancement. Right? So this is what you achieve. What are the impacts of poor time management? You will be in a constant rush and last minute panic, poor work quality and missing deadlines, getting easily distracted, low self confidence, negative image in the workplace. Okay. So a very, very common thing that will happen is that you forgot an important call with the client. Then at the last minute, you just someone told you, and then you were not prepared for the call at all, and you lost the deal. This is a very common thing. This is more for a sales example. Can be a similar example for other roles as well, right? So really what should happen in a workplace scenario is that you have a calendar, you watch your calendar, you know that this is something there are alerts, reminders are there for you. You're not leaving things to the last moment. If there is something has to be prepared, you have already done this a day back. Now, if you have to do something a day back, then again, you will have to find time for it, block some time for it, and so on. So many things have to go hand in hand for you to be able to achieve this small thing. But this is what is the difference between successful people and not. Okay. So under most circumstances, you will find that those people who are able to grow in their careers, they don't have these problems. Okay. So this is an example for it. Now we take a look at something called task and time management, right? So what's the difference between the two? So time is the container, tasks are the content. Managing times helps you plan what to do, when to do the tasks. Managing tasks helps you finish what's inside your day. So kind of these two are related things, but they are not. Time management, you can say, is a larger picture in which you are planning for your entire day, entire week, entire month, entire year even. Tasks are the one unit of the activity that you do, and obviously it's interrelated. If you are managing your time and finding a time for a certain task, completing the certain task in a proper way, then that will also help you manage your time. Okay. So how we manage time? There are a few techniques that are there on how we manage the time. So in a simple sense, what we do is we set the clear goals, we prioritize the tasks, we plan your day, and we eliminate the time wasters. A very a very common thing that you might have heard also. It's called SMART goals. SMART goals are something which we are saying that they're specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Although goals is not the topic here, but idea is that what we are saying is that if you have a goal of say that the same presentation with the customer, then you have to have a clarity that okay, I will present this customer presentation and I will win the customer. So now you work backwards. What do you need for it? How do you plan for it, and so on. In your entire day, there will be tasks given that will come to you, that will be given to you by your manager, that will be escalations from the customers. There can be an urgent call from your family. There can be a friend waiting for you to go to an outing. So all these things are there. There's a TV, there's a cricket match, there's a movie that you want to see. So now, out of all these things, how do you plan your days and weeks and months, right? There are many tools that we utilize for managing the time. One is calendar, that has Google that you are already using. Then we have to-do list. So there are multiple tools for the to-do list also, like in Google it's Keep. And understanding your peak productive times, right? So if you can understand that at which time of the day you are most productive, and you are able to keep book that time for the most important things, then you will be able to do it better. So now there are few things that you can do to, I should say, plan your time, right? So we are discussing here that you can actually, one of the things that is known as mind map. I think people might have already. The idea is that what we do is simply that we start in the center of the page and you place your main topic in the middle. So for example, in your case, it can be travel, and then you branch it out, right? So you say that, okay, where to travel, time when I will travel, and you keep on expanding the idea, right? Like if you can see over here on the right hand side, so it just says about content. So suppose if I'm talking about marketing and I want to create a mind map about how to market my business, then I would be thinking of funding, I would be thinking of content, I would be thinking of SEO. And then in the content, I would be thinking about ads or videos or blogs or stories. And then I can keep on enhancing it, right? So for a travel, it can be, okay, I want to travel to say South India, North India, East India, or maybe you can say other countries, and then where in those countries and so on. To keep on adding more. So basically, you expand these ideas. And one of the key things that when you prepare a mind map, you can use many tools. There are many tools available. The point is that when you prepare mind map, you have to think very fast. Okay. So that anything that is coming onto your mind, you are capturing it on the paper. Okay. Also, in case you are run out of anything to write, even then you keep on keep moving with the pen or pencil or your mouse in case you are doing it online, so that wait for the new ideas to come, right? So what they say is that if you pause, draw lines to spark new ideas, right? The idea of mind mapping is that you basically put every thought that you are having on a paper, right? You can use multiple tools. I will just show them to you also, right? Then what you will end up with is a very large diagram in which all the aspects of your goal are covered. And now from there, you start picking and choosing what is more appropriate, right? So maybe you can think that, okay, I don't have that much time to travel to say south of India. Let's do a trip to north of India only. Or maybe I don't have enough money to travel to USA, so let's plan a trip to say Singapore only. I don't know. That is the idea. So what it does is that mind map allows you to get your different things that you want to accomplish together. You can create mind map of your entire life, of your entire year. Like goals you have set, the goals can be is a very broad. You can have a mind map for 3 months goals, right? You can have a mind map of your training, right? So say for example, I have told you that you people have to start preparing for interviews, right? You can have a mind map for that also, right? So what you need to do, how you have to prepare, right? So this is the act of mind map. So the one activity that you will be doing is that create a mind map of things I need to manage this month, including work, personal life, and self-development. Circle 3 top branches that will get most of your time in next 30 days. Okay. So this thing you have to do. The next thing that we do is something called a time management matrix. Again, this is where we decide what activities or what tasks I have to be involved with. This is also known as Eisenhower matrix, right? Or urgent important matrix. So basically, what is this matrix is that on the x-axis you have got not important and important, and the y-axis we have got urgent and not urgent, right? So basically, there is a matrix that is there. The Q1 quadrant, it is known as Q1 also. This has been made popular by someone named Chivan Kavi. Okay, so in his book he has described this a lot. So there are 4 metrics: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So Q1 is something which is urgent and important. So practically, on Q1 tasks you don't have any control. A typical Q1 task can be that suddenly you receive a call from your family member is not well and you have to visit him to hospital. So there is no escaping that. Or when you are working, your boss calls you in the office and says that this work has to be done now. Okay. So because it is given by an important person, it is important. It has an urgency to it because there's a deadline associated with it. So and consequences are there. So you have to do this. So finish a project proposal, responding to client email, all these can be quadrant 1. Now, quadrant 2 are things which don't have a deadline but very important, right? So, for example, doing exercise, going for a walk, okay? Or in your case, it will be preparing for an interview, right? Because in your case, you don't have work pressure right now. You only have to manage your personal life, and it is easy. But once you are doing your office work, managing your home, you have got personal things to attend, your friends, your colleagues, then these things becomes very important. Whether you are able to find time for important things. So important things can be attending a networking event. So no one is pushing you for that, but it is important. You are working on learning a new skill, how much time you can give it. So these are the quadrant 2 activities. Quadrant 3 activities are urgent things, but they are not important. Okay. So these tasks have to be done. Okay. But then these are something which is urgency that is not your urgency. So for example, suddenly a friend walks to you and says that let's go for a watching a movie. Now he has planned this. It's not your plan, but because he's your friend, he has come with a very urgent request. So it is very likely that you will agree to it. Okay. And the last thing is that you are something which is a distraction. Q4. This is typically your mobile phone, your TV, right? Even things like sharing approvals or just attending a status meeting where you were not a key part. So what we normally say is that urgent and important, you don't have any choice, you have to do them. Things which are not urgent but important, you have to schedule. So basically what we are saying is that you have to block your calendar with all these items. Okay. Only the time that is remaining can be given to other activities. Things which are not important but urgent, try to delegate them. Okay, try to pass them if possible. And delete is something which is Q4, which you don't do at all. Okay. So now if I am telling you that please don't watch any TV from today, please don't watch mobile from today, it is practically not possible. But at least minimize it to the extent possible. So again, this is one way you can actually try to find a priority of things that you have to do. Again, this particular exercise you have to do weekly basis. So what we say is that for the next week, for the next month, you plan these things out, and then block your calendars with all these things for say next for over the next week. Okay. So how do you use this? So first of all, you can use different colors: green, do now, yellow for schedule, blue for delegate, red to delete. Limit to 10 per quadrant. So for every quadrant, you can find 10 tasks. Not more than that. Separate personal and work list. So I'm not saying this. You prepare two different Eisenhower metrics for you, but point is that you can have something to indicate that is the work, which is personal, and obviously remove eliminate first. So anything which is of low value, which is mainly Q3 and Q4, you first of all remove it completely, right? And then you will have a list of activities which you have to do, and you can plan your week and month ahead. So broadly speaking, towards the end of the presentation, there is a simple thing that what eats our time. So there are external factors and there are internal factors. So in spite of your planning, in spite of you knowing what you need to do, still there will be situations where you will not, your time will be used, basically you will lose time. So external factors are interruptions, unplanned meetings, emergencies. Internal are procrastination, multitasking, poor planning, saying yes too often. The studies say that average worker gets interrupted every 8 minutes. 80% of interruptions are low value. This results in 3+ hours of wasted time per day. Okay. So the same things might be happening to you also at your home. So you have to keep a track of these things, and obviously your Eisenhower metrics will help you do that as well. So Google Calendars is a tool. You can also use Evernote and Notion, capture the to-dos. There is something called a Pomodoro timer, right? It gives you a focus time. This is a small application, or on Google Chrome you can find out. So this tool you can get online, basically. So it's a timer that will start and it will give you this focus time kind of a thing. Obviously, you can put these time tracking apps also on your mobile phone to find out how many time you have, much your time wasting, where your time going, and so on. As I've said that when you are doing this Eisenhower matrix, whatever important activities you have, you block that time first, right? So morning 8 to 9, I will be doing this stuff. Evening 9 to 10, I will be doing this stuff. So this important activities are already taken care of. Okay, and then also you have to plan your next week. Okay, so your day, your week, even I would say month is a too long time for us to manage right now, but at least we should start with our day based on whatever plan we had done for the last week, and then take it further from there. So you will never find time for your anything. If you want time, you have to make it. You must make it. So that is the whole crux of it. Okay.